Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, Transparent Trading Solutions. You might notice the background blank. I'm in a new location today, just temporarily. So in any event, let's get right to the charts and get to it. I have a class coming up tomorrow about options. If you're an options trader, you want to take advantage of some of the volatility that happens after earnings. Make sure you sign up for that class. It's coming up tomorrow at 11 Pacific. And also sign up for the newsletter. Let's go ahead and get right into the charts, everybody. So, since we were here on Friday, obviously lots has happened. We've had, what happened over the weekend. Coming into Friday, we know that the market was kind of selling off. And we have attempted a bounce here. And, the VIX was the big story this weekend. We know you've heard stories about Japan and the VIX and so on and so forth, the yen. So, and I've been talking about the yen ad nauseum here for forever. So, so the question, obviously, now today was kind of a meandering day, just kind of chopping around in here, trying to fill this gap from Sunday. You can see we came in there kind of coming off a little bit here, but overall, just today, last couple of days after Monday's recovery, we've kind of just been chopping around here. And I think, maybe we get one more fall off here, and that may be the low. One thing to look at if you're looking to find out when, this thing is going to bottom, we're down about 8-9% from the peak in the S&P. Remember, garden variety is 10%. Was it going to turn into something worse? Clearly, that's going to be up for debate here. One thing that it is interesting is that the VIX has come off, but it hasn't broken 20. That's going to be the key. Also, VIX breaking 20. In terms of levels here, you've got gap and a lot of chop. On the bigger time frame, there's some levels way below here, 17K on the NASDAQ. On the S&P, I think we go, if in fact we do go lower, there's nothing until about 5K, and so on and so forth. Also, the Russell has a nice level around 19. So all these big levels could be the final kind of capitulatory low. Also, Bitcoin was interesting, came close to the 48.5 level here. And it also was very, very tight today, which is really interesting. We had a gap lower, obviously, with all the risk off kind of trading this weekend. And rates did jump, which, they were selling off hard. Bonds were rallying because of the, flight to safety, but we do have some levels coming up on rates. We have an auction tomorrow, 10-year auction, and so forth. And so, all of the trades that were put on over the weekend are being reversed over the last couple of days. And obviously, if the market does decide to sell off again, then we're probably going to have these things resume again. So we're kind of in that wait and see mode, and I think it's in a digestion period. People are trying to decide whether that was the bottom or not. I am inclined to say that we may have one more leg down, and to look for, you want to look for the VIX holding above, just like when we were talking about the VIX not going down when the market kept rallying. Same thing here. If we have a big downdraft, let's say in the next couple of days, and the VIX never goes close to the old high, maybe it, rallies back up to 35 and then falls back down, that would be a good signal as well. Everything else really, not a lot to talk about. We've got, the same choppy trading in gold, silver, the safety trade is on with, and then the Japanese yen, I already talked about that. Pullbacks down to about 67 on the Japanese yen are going to be interesting. And then oil, also today was a very choppy day in oil, trying to hold right at the 72 level. You can see very choppy. So all in all, other than the volatility, now we're back to kind of trying to figure out a lot of the stuff. The good news is a lot of these markets are very, very extended. They've overshot, and some of these stocks. What was interesting too is every level on these mega caps held, and if you bottom right on the open on Monday, that level held on Nvidia, Apple held above 200, Tesla, and then AMD, all the stocks that all of these stocks bounced pretty hard on Monday morning, and now again the question becomes: Are they just gonna? It's just kind of a dead cat bounce, and market drops back down again. So, but we are going to see some really great opportunities in all of these, especially in Nvidia coming up here, provided again that the market does hold at these critical levels. Okay. All right. So again, reminder: I have a class tomorrow. Sign up for that. I'm about 3/4 of the way full, and it'll be interesting information for you if you are if you're an options trader. And sign up for the newsletter. Give me a thumbs up. If not, I'll see you. Next piece of data, by the way, is going to be the claims number on Thursday, and obviously the market's going to be very keen on seeing what that brings, because remember this whole growth scare was based on the fact that maybe employment's coming up and so on and so forth. So I think the bond auctions and the job claims number on Thursday may be the next catalyst. Okay. All right. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday.